Cheetah Hunt is an Intamin blitz coaster located at Busch Gardens Tampa. It opened in 2011 and stands 102 feet tall, has over 4,400 feet of track, reaches a top speed of 60 miles per hour, and has one inversion. And this coaster is a great time and walks the line between family and thrill. It also has one of the best ride settings on any roller coaster as it spans across the Serengeti Plain. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Cheetah Hunt and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Busch Gardens Tampa to ride this coaster. Now, let's race across the Serengeti. Cheetah Hunt is located in the Edge of Africa section of the park, right towards the front of the park. When you get to Busch Gardens Tampa, Cheetah Hunt's iconic Windcatcher Tower is one of the first things you will see. Its placement in the park skyline is incredible since it is right there near the front gate. While its iconic tower is easily visible from Busch Boulevard, Cheetah Hunt is a short hike to get to within the park. Once you get into the park, you turn towards the right past the alligator and cheetah exhibits and even Cheetah Hunt's tower to make your way to the ride. The entrance to Cheetah Hunt's queue is actually right across the way from the Serengeti Overlook. When you approach the queue entrance, you see this weather-worn African-themed building displaying the ride's stylized name. You will also see two slender wooden cheetahs holding up a piece of wood. As you enter the queue, you go up this ramp that wraps around a large central rock cheetah figure, and this queue looks cool. It feels like you just entered a temple dedicated to the cheetah, and the stone columns throughout the queue enhances that feeling. And this covered queue looks nice, and the theming continues into the station itself. When you reach the station, you will see Cheetah Hunt's dual loading platforms and two of its 5 8-row, 16-passenger trains. And these trains have an awesome looking cheetah design. The trains have cheetah print all over and a lead car that looks like a cheetah's head. These trains also have the old Intamin hard rubber over the shoulder restraints instead of the softer OTSRs that you can find on other Intamin roller coasters like Fahrenheit at Hershey Park or Project 305 at Kings Dominion. These restraints aren't too bad during the ride, though they do make one element on the ride slightly uncomfortable. Once you have boarded your train, secured your over-the-shoulder restraints, and cleared dispatch, you proceed forward towards the ride's first launch to start your ride. At the beginning of the ride, you enter the ride's first launch, which gets things started. And this launch is actually pretty punchy for a launch designed to just get you up to speed. You launch into a wide banked left-hand turn, which dives downwards into the ride's primary launch. And this launch has some good kick to it and gets you to your top speed of 60 miles per hour. You then fly up onto the Windcatcher Tower. If you are sitting towards the front of the train, you get a great pop of airtime. At the top of the tower, you enter an unbanked right-hand turn, followed by a bank into a figure-8 left-hand turn, and down Cheetah Hunt's 130-foot drop. And you get some great flow-ejector airtime coming off of the tower if you are sitting in the back row. As you build speed, you go along some straight track before banking towards the left up into a banked right-hand turn. You then whip towards the left down into a left-hand turn underneath a bridge, followed by a right-hand bank turn up into the Heartline roll. This Heartline roll gives a great moment of hang time, though the OTSRs make this roll a little uncomfortable. As you come out of the Heartline roll, you go straight into the ride's mid-course brake run. The brakes slow down the train just a tad before diving off of it into a banked right-hand turn over some water. You glide over some straight track before entering a right-hand bank turn into Cheetah Hunt's signature element, a series of rapid-fire S-turns over the water and through some great rock work. You then enter a right-hand bank turn into the ride's third and final launch. While this launch does not have the same punch as the first two launches, it does build up speed for the next element, an airtime hill. And this airtime hill gives a great pop of strong ejector airtime across the train, though it is stronger in the back row. As you come off that airtime hill, you briefly bank towards the right before banking up into a left-hand turn. At the top of that turn, you whip back towards the right down into a left-hand bank turn. You climb up into a brief right-hand turn before banking back towards the left downwards, followed by a short pop into the final brake run, thus completing your ride. Cheetah Hunt is a fun ride with an awesome setting in the park. After you dive off the Windcatcher Tower, you fly over and around the Serengeti Plain, which offers some great views. And this coaster does a little bit of everything. The launches are punchy, you get some good airtime going up onto and coming off of the tower, and some great ejector airtime on that airtime hill after the third launch, and you get a good moment of hang time going through the Heartline roll. This coaster also pulls some good forces. Cheetah Hunt does have some forceful moments. While Cheetah Hunt has some fun moments, it is hard to classify this coaster. While its airtime, forces, and inversion make it too thrilling to be a family coaster, Cheetah Hunt's S-turns are not snappy enough to make it a high thrill coaster. Cheetah Hunt is an Intamin multi-launch, though its transitions don't have the same power as similar elements on those on Project 305 or even Maverick at Cedar Point. If you go into this ride thinking it is going to be like other Intamin multi-launch coasters, you will be disappointed. If you go into this ride thinking it is just going to be another family thrill ride, you will come off of it pleasantly surprised. That said, Cheetah Hunt is a good ride and expectations make reality with this ride. Aside from the ride experience, Cheetah Hunt has some good theming. Where this coaster suffers is its operations though. This coaster has a dual loading platform and 5 trains, so theoretically, this ride should be rolling trains. However, the wait time for this coaster tells a completely different story. This ride gets a nearly 2-hour long line frequently, due in large part to its operations. The ride operators will not even check the restraints for the next train until the previously launched train runs the entire course and returns to the final brake run. The crew will also stack the other trains, using the second load platform as a waiting brake. These operations contribute to wait times nearly more than double what they should be. For Bolton, a similar ride with the same theoretical capacity at Busch Gardens Tampa's sister park in Williamsburg still manages to have faster, more consistent operations while using both load and unload platforms. While these operations might be an anomaly, they can take away from a guest's overall experience at the park. If these operations are now the norm though, we recommend hitting this ride first thing in the day when the lines are at their shortest. And this ride will get lines since it is a fan favorite among park goers. If you have only one day at the park, you might want to rope drop this ride so you can focus on the other rides at the park to maximize your day. As for where to sit, we strongly encourage you to try both the front and the back, though the back row is better. Overall, Cheetah Hunt is a great ride. Its ride experience is thrilling, though not overly so. That setting over and through the Serengeti Plain is awesome. For our final score, we give Cheetah Hunt an 8 out of 10. There is a lot to like about this ride since it does a little bit of everything. It would be nice to see the park replace those hard over-the-shoulder restraints with the softer ones or even lap bars though. It would definitely enhance both the hang time and the air time. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden Cheetah Hunt at Busch Gardens Tampa, and if so, what you think about it. And if you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.